Hello and welcome to Let's Play Teleglitch, the original edition, the one that was first released back in 2013. The predecessor to the Die More edition that is currently available on Steam. And I'm going to be doing a full Let's Play of Teleglitch, fully informative, or at least try to be semi-informative, while also explaining the differences between the original and the Die More edition. The first difference, however, is this main menu. You interact with it entirely through your keyboard. There is no mouse input for any of this. Whereas Teleglitch Die More Edition gives you a fully mouseable menu where you can click on everything you like to see various things. Even though the menu system using the mouse is a little buggy, an example of this is Monsters. I've beaten this game many times, especially in the Die More Edition, and these four log entries for Monsters are apparently empty. I assume that they're supposed to be full of bosses and various variations on other mobs, but for some reason it's bugged, so you can't see that. Anyway, so we'll begin on level 1, because that's the first level, and alright, that seems to be a pretty good plan. Let us begin. Well, for the first thing a player will notice upon playing the original, the game is fully in widescreen. Not widescreen, full screen. And, if we go to options, there is nothing we can do to get it out of full screen. Allegedly, there is a way to do this, but I haven't figured it out. If someone figures it out, I'll most likely pop it into the description of the YouTube video and maybe do a tutorial video on that. But let's begin. So, the differences between the original version of Teleglitch and the Die More edition, I'd have to say right off the bat that both versions are easier and harder than each other for different reasons, and I'll get into each of those as we come to them. The first difference is enemies tend to hit harder, but they hit you less often. But your guns are still really powerful. Also, we have large mutants right from the start, whereas I believe you had to get a bit into the game before encountering these for the first time. Enemies hit hard, and they move fast. They don't hit as hard in the Die More edition, however, so that's noteworthy. Also, another big difference, enemies that die do not have a chance of coming right back up again. Teleglitch Die More Edition, however, certain large hostiles or certain important hostiles, it's entirely possible to knock them over without actually killing them. Case in point, the large mutant here got right back up after I shot him point blank with a shotgun. But with the original, that straight up just doesn't happen. Another big difference is that we cannot zoom out on this menu at all, on this map. We cannot zoom out at all. Doors we've been through are also marked grey as opposed to light grey. And doors we haven't been through yet are marked light grey. And storage cabinets that we've looted aren't marked off the map either. So you have to keep in mind as you go which ones you've actually looted from. With Teleglitch Die More Edition's map differences, however, as we can see, doors we haven't been through are red, doors we have passed through are light grey, we can fully zoom out on the map and appreciate how big the maps actually are, and, most importantly, storage crates we have opened and looted from disappear from the map. They're no longer marked on the map. I can even go to another room, and as you can see, it's no longer marked on my map. The storage crate, that is. Secrets are more or less the same. Yeah, trying to fence for a long time with a zombie. Yeah, new software would probably be the option. It'll always be driven by a constant need to eat. But it's even so, useful information that we can use, potentially. Now. More explosives, and over here is our secrets. Now, secrets in the original work extremely differently from the Die More edition, in that they are generally much more generous with loot. The original also pulls from a whole list of items to basically throw into secrets. So the levels could have as many as 7 secrets, but sometimes the secrets may not contain anything if the game has run out of items on the list to put in that secret. And we might see an example of this later on in the game. With Teleglitch Die More Edition, however, secrets are not only having a fixed number of secrets, but the items within the secrets are also fixed. Which means, in short, you will always get the same items from the same secrets in the same levels. It does provide a little more consistency, but I much prefer the system where you have a random number of secrets containing random gear from a list that the game refers to when generating the secrets in the first place. Now, in the Die More edition, the adhesive grenade launcher is next to worthless, but in the original, it's very good. Especially at busting open secrets. Which I will demonstrate once we come to a next secret. Yes, a rather big room. Beginning to run a little low on 9mm rounds. I advise, and generally what I will do for the early stages of the game, is I will generally focus on using one weapon at a time, only switching if absolutely necessary. Try and conserve ammo for all the other weapons in my arsenal. So right now I'm using the 9mm because, started off with it, it has the most ammo for us. I forgot to demonstrate the adhesive grenade launcher's abilities to bust open secrets. But yes, another reason why I'd say that the original version is easier is because the original version of Teleglitch, much more generous with the loot it gives you. But there are other reasons why I would say it's harder at the same time. We've already encountered large enemies, and now we've encountered the large zombie as well. But yes, the same rules apply to medikits. They only heal the amount that is listed and they will not overheal. Yes, this game is indeed set in the future, but it's not really set in a nice future that we'd all like to see in sci-fi. No, it is dark and depressing, and I love it. This game is not your friend. Do not expect it to treat you as such. You see, a friend might hold your hand or give you regenerating health. But Teleglitch gives you anomalies instead. And of course, closed off doors. Not closed off doors, more like caved in entrances and hallways. Yes, more ammo. More explosives. Already looked in here. Double checking never hurts anyone, does it? Especially when you realize that you've missed something. But yes, the same level generation rules apply for both versions of Teleglitch. But there are differences in the environment. Here we get a second 9mm pistol. Now, in Die More Edition, the Nailgun is not worth using whatsoever. But in the original, absolutely you should make yourself a Nailgun. I'll be doing both a Nailgun and upgrading to the auto pistol right away. Nailgun is actually useful in the original version. Actually going to craft nail rounds, drop items, basically condense my inventory, and now we have a nail gun. Will help us with our ammo conservation even more. Yeah, unfortunately, more powerful hardware does not eliminate hyper-difficult calculations. It does make the hyper-calculations get calculated far quicker, but in reality all you're doing is just overclocking the CPU. Or inventing a brand new CPU to do it faster. Yeah, brain explosions are not recommended, nor are they healthy. Yeah. As I said, the Nailgun is actually useful in the original version. I would not recommend picking it up for Die More Edition, but that's just me personally. One of the main differences with the Nailgun and Die More Edition, its fire rate has been capped, so it no longer fires as fast as you can pull the trigger. This can make certain situations much harder than they need to be. And plus, using RDX 250 for nails detracts from your ability to make cannon rounds. And speaking of the cannon, yes, I will be picking up the cannon, but I'm not going to be crafting the cannon. Alright, so now I can explain one of the bigger differences between Die More Edition and the original. As you can see, there is no option to upgrade my nailgun directly in the original. The nailgun can also be upgraded with tubes instead of a large tube, and the number of nails it fires depends on the number of tubes you use to upgrade it. So in the case of Nailgun 1 and upgrading it to Nailgun 2, it now fires 2 rounds. This can be improved up to 5 rounds. However, but at the same time, there is also a minor bug that I've explained in the past, and will do so again for the purpose of this Let's Play, that exists in Die More Edition, which makes the nail gun not as worthwhile. With Teleglitch Die More Edition, however, there exists a certain ammo bug where if you have a weapon that consumes more than 2 ammo to fire at once, and you don't have that minimum prerequisite ammo amount, you literally cannot load the gun up. The example here, I have a single solitary nail, and despite pressing the R key many dozens of times, pulling out the nail gun, I literally cannot put this last nail into the nail gun. And really, this applies to anything that uses more than 2 or more ammo to fire, be it a las gun, a double rifle, pretty much anything you can think of, including a minigun and other things. Yeah, it's annoying, but with Teleglitch the original, that just doesn't happen, and you can load up the last nail into your nail gun or whatever it is you're using and continue using it normal. Yeah, bugs. Alright, so now we can afford to use both Medikit 25s. New explorations. What awesome secrets might we find? Alright, so now I can demonstrate the AGL-1's ability to bust open secrets, and compare it to Die More Edition. With Teleglitch Die More Edition and the AGL-1, however, it takes 4 adhesive grenades to unbust the same secret that you could do in the original with 2 adhesive grenades. Now we get a sweet revolver. Awesome. Too bad we're not going to be using it for the majority of the game. Until we absolutely need it, of course. Room of canned meat. And this is how much canned meat you get in the original version of the game. By comparison, with Teleglitch Die More Edition, you get a lot less canned meat, the canned meat room, than you do versus the original. This can make a huge difference to your survivability as you have less margin for error when taking damage. Yes, self-evolving AI. Because nothing can go wrong when you decide to make an AI that can learn and improve itself, right? It's not like it can become psychotic overnight or anything. No, it's gonna learn how to deal with being psychotic, isn't it? So that is the end of level 1. Double checking the map. The end of level 1 is not the end of level 1 for me. Fortunately, missed this door. Mind you, the door led nowhere, so And that is the end of level 1, Teleglitch, the original version. Now, I'm going to talk a lot more about the differences between this, and this is one of the biggest differences. You do not get the option to save your progress in the original Teleglitch. With Teleglitch Daimor Edition, however, you get the ability to be able to save and exit in between levels. But only in between levels. So you can't save and exit while you're still in the middle of a level. You have to beat the level to be able to save. And like most good roguelikes, or at least the ones doing their job properly, the save file is automatically deleted when you begin the file up again. Which means that you have to beat the next level, otherwise you have to start from scratch. I love this. It's amazing. In addition to not being able to save, you do however get to see how many secrets found and how many secrets were in the level, versus Daimor Edition, in which you only see the number of secrets you found, but not how many secrets were in the level altogether. But otherwise, everything is pretty much identical, and pressing any button, including my record key, is going to send me right to the next level. What this means is that as part of the recording, I have to essentially do the entire game in one sitting. And every time I press my record key on this screen, that will end the level and take me immediately to the next level. Which means that you missed the awesome sequence. So towards the end of each episode, I basically have to start doing preparations for the next episode at the end of each episode's recording. Yeah, this is gonna be one long haul, isn't it? We're only just gotten on the roller coaster, people. So that is going to be the end of episode 1, and episode 2 will begin... I'll start episode 2 shortly. Oh, sorry. This whole doing a long haul is going to mess with my mind.